This is the March 2012 case of the month, and this was a real heartwarming story. Bailey has been a patient of mine for a long time, and Bailey's 17 years old. His roommate is Prancer, and she is, I think, 13 or 14, so these are two geriatric dogs that look like 9 and 10-year-olds. And Gene, their owner, has been concerned about longevity and what's going to happen when they get old, and they are both like the Energizer Bunny. But Bailey is really a success story in this particular case because one weekend Bailey fell off of a sofa or something happened to him, and long story short, broke his femur, broke his back left leg. I think it's his left leg. And Gene took Bailey to the emergency hospital. There was appeared to be a fracture. She sent me the video, not the video, the digital images online. We looked at it, and I told her that her best bet would probably be to take her to an orthopedic specialist because this was a real bad spiral fracture. She took him to a specialty center in Orlando to have this leg repaired at 17. They determined that probably this was called a pathologic fracture, and there was a tumor in that left femur. The dilemma that Gene had, and that we talked at length about, is do I put this dog, Bailey, through amputation? Because that would probably, we thought that it might be primary bone cancer, but definitely there was some lytic or bone being eaten away that created the fracture. And after agonizing over that, I talked to her about what I would do if it were my dog. She decided to go ahead because not every 17-year-old would be able to survive that and be able to do well. But Bailey, it was like that pink bunny. He keeps it rocking. They did amputate the leg, found out that it was kind of an unusual tumor called hemangiosarcoma. It was not primary osteogenic sarcoma that we normally see in bone. And so the next decision was, and Bailey really recovered well from the surgery, hopping around on 3 legs. It was initially the first week was hard for him, but he recovered and did very well. The next step was, okay, do we put him through chemotherapy at this stage to give him every benefit of the doubt, trying to prolong his life as long as we can. And we have initiated that. He's been through 2 rounds of doxorubicin, which is adriamycin, and doing really well. He's been knocked down by it. His white blood cell count dropped, but I'm anxious for you to meet Bailey. He'll be in here next week, and I want you to see what a celebrity he is. Gene, everywhere she goes, they want to know about Bailey and what happened to his leg and how old he is, and he actually has his own blog right now. So he's become quite the celebrity, and certainly warrants Case of the Month and qualifying for Case of the Year. We're hoping that we'll live to be 25. That's probably not realistic, but he's such a neat dog. And Gene, his owner, has been committed to doing everything that she can to make his life quality for whatever time he has left. And he has done remarkably well, and hopefully we'll see him on the blog or in this video shortly. But that's been a great success story, and he continues to amaze me. So just because a dog is old doesn't mean that they have to be euthanized, or and that was really the choice. Do I put this dog through amputation, through chemotherapy? And it's been a great success story because it's been worthwhile. Even if you give him a few more months, he's bouncing around at the dog parks, and people are astounded at him. And Jean says, I'm not into the blog much scene, but she said, you need to go on and see this because people have encouraged me every time they hear the story. It's, wow, what a great story. So we wanted to share that case with you, and you'll get to meet Bailey soon, probably the next time he comes in for chemotherapy, but he's doing well and is an amazing success story, an amazing dog, and an amazing owner that's committed to him in ways that most owners are not. So I want you to meet Bailey. You'll see him soon. Thank you. The most important part of these unusual cases is the dogs that they represent, and Bailey is a real hero. This is the leg that was amputated that I told you about, and Bailey is 17 years old and has exhibited extreme courage and amazing tenacity to, I tell his owner Gene that he's like the Energizer Bunny. But he's done real well with 3 legs. We probably are going to stop chemotherapy because it just knocked him down too hard. But the interesting thing about Bailey's case is that just because a dog is older doesn't mean that they can't survive and really thrive in circumstances that are pretty tough. I don't usually encourage practicing heroics, but he is such a hardy dog, and his owner such a committed owner that he just has done so well, and I hope that he lives to be 20. But he is a tough old dude, and we really love him, and his owners are wanting to committed to do anything that they can to get him to live as long as he can and as healthy as he can. The type of cancer that he had was a hemangiosarcoma, and it was in this leg and the bone, and these things have a tendency to spread to other places, and so that's why we ran him through 2 or 3 rounds of chemotherapy, and but it just was hard on him, so we pretty much stopped, and it's going to be from here on out just a quality of life. But he's got good quality, he's gaining weight, and doing better all the time. So great success story, great courage. Once again, the commitment on the part of the owner and the medical team and the individual dog itself. So he's a success story, got his own blog, so he's become quite the celebrity. So we just want to add to that celebrity status for him today. So meet Bailey, and hopefully he'll be around for a long time. Thanks.